Have you ever felt that real estate business is overwhelming and controlling you instead of way around? This is the video for you.
80% of new agents burn out in the first 2 years, and it's time to kind of think of different ways and really how we approached it and how you can really look at it as well. So that's why we're doing this video for you. Now, from the start, my husband and I, we didn't go into real estate to survive. We wanted to come into this to prosper. We came into with an attitude to where we wanted to really succeed, and we wanted to make sure we succeeded in the right way, which was one of the key factors when we came in here. We wanted freedom of time, freedom of mind, freedom of to serve our clients better. But I think that came later, the idea of service. But we really came into the business of freedom to where we wanted to control our own destiny and control our lives. Do you want to add anything?
Definitely. I wanted to add, actually, all of us have fear and lack. And then what my wife said, that we came here to do the freedom, really it was about overcoming our fear and doubt, because that's why is going to against that why we are here, to be prosperous. And the philosophy, we wanted to talk about the philosophy.
Well, philosophy is a big fancy word, but really it's understanding. We came into this with a very, very specific goal oriented. And we understand that real estate is not about the hustle. It's not about this is how many transactions you need to have. It's about helping people. And I think that was really the key, that we wanted to help people as much as possible. So we're helping them build their life and their story and their new house. So I think by being focused on helping people and not necessarily the house and the transactions, you are in a better position to really kind of have your mindset correct. And that is one of the things we love to talk about at the Prosperity Agent is mindset. But we're going to talk about more systems in place. But by having the right mindset, you can and systems, you'll reduce burnout, you'll be less reactive, and it can really stretch us. So we need systems in order to do this, but mindset matters too. So we need to make sure that we're always stepping back to really look at that.
Exactly. I just wanted to add is everything is you against you, because we are here to basically achieve, to share with other human beings the value and not actually entertaining the ego that is all about me. It's all really about them. That's what we wanted to switch this mentality to prosperous mentality, that how we can serve them, and as a fruit of result of that, we also be prosperous.
Now let's be honest, in that first, when we started real estate in really 2022, the end of 2021 is just in November, so it really doesn't count the first 2 months. Basically, we were in different positions before that, and really, it was really about understanding we wanted to get clients at the first, the hustle was real, and in 2023, it was the first year we got so close to being icon, and then we messed up by less than $1,000, and it was really about miscounting. And I want to say that understanding that the counting was the problem was part of our solution to being icons the next couple of years. Exactly. So it's not just the long hours, it's not just about the constant follow-up, it is really not just about me, it's about them and then our systems in place. So I really just wanted to point that out, and data shows that this is something many people hear. What does the data say?
That 80% of the real estate agent burn out, but I wanted to add that this calculation that we were talking about, again, it was not in desire for helping other people, and that's why we caught up with our mindset that we wanted to change it here in our channel.
Tell me about the data.
That 71% of actually active agent, not even single closing in 2024, and also this is meaning that the business that is not growing and is full of noise. That's what we want to talk about here.
I told you we came at the beginning with a very, very strategic plan. And one of the things we did when we failed by not making icon was we went back to basics. And one of the basics that we kind of learned at the beginning and we've relearned and we're still relearning right now is we are so happy that we joined EXP with the Wolfpack, because we have people and a mastermind and systems in place to where we can go back and rewatch a class and rewatch things over and over again. And we actually do this all the time because we want to make sure that we are scaling. So when you scale, you want to make sure that you're doing it in certain things. You want to have your branding right, your automation right, your mentorship right, but really understanding all of this. So do you want to add anything about this?
I just wanted to say all of this thing that my wife was explaining is really a building system instead of hustle that we were talking about. And our example is really our leader, Mark Schwartz, because he was a former engineer and top real estate agent with the Remax, and now he's a top influencer on real estate, and you can see him all over the social media. And then EXP history is actually attraction of the agent around the globe for more than 88,000 at the time of this video, and is increasing rapidly.
And if you are at one of these other brokerages and you're considering EXP, finding the system in which you join is absolutely the most important thing. So you want to make sure that you are learning how to lead generate, learning to lead generate when you're sleeping. That way it's always happening. And that way you have leverage to time and automation. This is something that we learned from the Social Agent Academy ourselves. So we are 100% there. But we also have the Prosperity Agent as well, where we are really, really working on adding our own people. If you join with us, you're going to get all this other stuff besides Mike Sherrod's amazing stuff, and then besides Connor Steinbrook's investor mindset. And then you also have all of us. And I will say there's a couple things we talk about. You get Alan, myself, of course, as a mentor, so we get to actually talk to you. You also get story writing, copywriting, and then mindset coaching, because understanding that we are of service is key, because you're in a service industry. So do you want to talk to me a little bit about the Prosperity Agency?
Prosperity Agency, therefore we really created these amazing courses that my wife is going to tap into that in the other videos. More than 9 courses at the present moment, that how we can help you, to handhold you with the mastermind classes that we have, part of the, of course, Wolfpack, that we can help you with that mentality and the system, how to build your system to overcome the hustle that you have in the market.
And one of the things we are learning ourselves is we went back to basics to really say this is what we want, but also understanding we want growth. So it's not just about what Al and I can do. We want to be able to grow and prosper even beyond our own 2 hands or our 4 hands. We want to make sure that we are continually on the growth pattern. And so by going back to basics and then going forward with a new philosophy of I don't necessarily want a team. I want to make sure that I am training people correctly, and therefore it's not just a system in place. So we have copywriting, we have virtual assistants, we have automation, how to talk to leads, how to talk to different types of systems. So we're really kind of getting our standard operating procedures down.
Exactly. Therefore, one of the point that when we became an agent, a virtual assistant was a luxury to many of the real estate agents, but now is a part of the game actually. If you wanted to scale and the system, to have the system around, that definitely a standard procedure that we were talking about. You wanted to communicate with your team that how you're doing different things, and then write it down those for the team that they're gonna join you in the future for tapping to the next generation or the next 2x or 4x or 10x, whatever is your goal, to tap into that growth in real estate.
Now, and yes, you constantly have to be lead generating. You constantly have to do everything that we have already been learned, and you will get when you join us as well. But understanding that structure, it is not a limit to freedom. It creates the freedom that you have. So you want to make sure that you are having a system in place to where you have control, of course, right? Control, but not over control to where you're nitpicking everything and not letting the growth happen. You have to have clarity, and you have to have a real passion for expanding your business.
Exactly. Therefore, that's why we are here, and we love you to connect with us, and that's why we are here to hear your success story in real estate, and we wanted to be beside you for that story.
And don't forget to subscribe to the channel, comment with the biggest bottleneck you might have in your real estate growth, and also check the description because we have a ton of free resources that we give out, as well as some different course links that we're always there offering. So we can't wait to talk to you a little bit more.
See you next time.